Hilarious.
Give it to me, Desi.
Oh shit! Wow, we went quickly off rails already.
There you go. You guys got to do a cover version of that song now.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. Hey, everybody. I'm Kevin McLaughlin, and this is the Riffs and
Rhythms podcast. I'm Paul Robertson. So, how's your summer been so far?
It's been hot. Actually, it was hot at first, but now that we're in the dead middle of summer, it's not quite as hot. I don't understand that.
Which side does your ball stick to on your legs? Your left or your right?
Depends on if I'm sleeping on the right or the left.
Okay. All right. Yeah. There's your gratuitous. There's your hilarious bits you asked for.
Oh, there you go.
So it's glad to be back here on the podcast here. Don't forget to give us a 5-star rating, review, and follow us on YouTube, subscribe, and hit all that stuff there. So
And click the subscribe bell.
right. Yeah, there you go. Hit it as many times. Just make sure you don't unhit it to uncheck it, right? So it's like, I thought I did it, but and then hit
Is that a thing? Can you unhit it?
Yes.
Ask the ladies in the room. Can it be unhit?
Boom, 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 boom.
So if you can hit it,
You can unhit it.
unhit it. Okay.
And speaking of hitting it, I just want everybody to know that I don't always do shots. But when I do, Russ Miller is usually there.
Ooh la la.
But also when I do it in a KMB branded shot glass. Thank you very much.
Cheers, guys.
It's K&B. Like, Kevin might bitch. Kevin might bite.
That's what Tracy says.
I might bite.
Kevin's my bitch.
Kevin's my bitch. There we go. There's an evolution, like songwriting.
All right, so that's what KMB stands for. Kevin's my bitch. You want me to be your bitch? Buy a shot glass, damn it.
Special edition T-shirts.
There you go.
Speaking of KMB, right? What are you sporting your
I'm promoting my merch tonight. Is it
Okay.
obvious or no?
We had a whole conversation about those thin shirts, and
It's summertime.
it is.
Space age.
I am a fan
wicking
of those
material.
for merchandise.
Oh, they're great.
Thin shirts. Oh yeah.
Definitely, it really
Where's your wicking technology?
it accentuates your nipples too.
I know. Isn't that the best?
Hey, Dez, is that why there was like a long line outside the door for the merch when we got here? fight through the throngs of people.
Yep. That's why.
So again, we've already
Somebody holding their eye. Oh my God, I got poked out. Oh
Shit.
we've jumped right in here, head first, right into the pool of
filth.
pool of filth. So we got back on the podcast here, AMOV here. We got Dez and Russ from the band here. So thank you guys. Come back again here. So yeah.
Thanks for having us back again, bro.
Yeah. So I know
You could have just shot these in one day. What the fuck?
By the way,
you're
Desi,
not that smart, okay?
Clearly it's summertime because look at that savage copper tone tan you got going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get it, man.
Rock,
I'm outside all day.
You must lay by the pool for hours on end to get that happening.
Well, I mean,
We'll go with that one.
he's
That's
famous.
Hey,
Yeah.
hey, Dez, what's your tan lines look like?
Like a farmer.
Tan.
Look, you can peel them.
Yeah, thanks for
Got fucking orange.
Oh,
thanks
wow.
for using your sleeve to show us. I really appreciate the fact that
I can
it's
show you
not
my
something
butt
else.
cheeks.
Yeah,
Oh,
no,
there you go. Oh, yeah.
you don't need that.
You can see his Puerto Rican ass.
What?
Racist, bro.
He moves his shirt. He moves his shirt up there. I thought it was a white guy for a moment. You know.
No way.
No way.
I thought he was a white guy for a moment.
glad
Is
you
that
got-
what you
Yeah,
said?
yeah.
Glad you're wearing the cans this week.
Yeah.
That sounds like a song. I want to hear a girl singer singing. I thought he was a white guy for a moment.
All the girlies say, I could have swore he was a white guy.
I was thinking the same thing. I just couldn't think of the
That is hilarious.
Give it to me, Desi.
Oh shit. Wow. We went quickly off rails already.
There you go. You guys got to do a cover version of that song now.
Oh, boy.
You just pigeonholed yourself.
We've got some interesting thoughts in mind for covers, but
Yeah, we got some cool ones actually that we've been thinking about lately.
Yeah.
yeah.
So you guys are back here. So how was that show on the 19th? You guys said it played at Piper's.
It's killer.
Yeah.
We'll post some media from it soon. Right, Des?
Definitely. It was amazing. Amazing crowd. Amazing venue. I believe Russ mentioned last time we were here, like the stage, the lighting, the sound, fucking fantastic.
Once again, shout out to Greg Watts for running a top-notch venue down there. That I mean, can't judge it by its cover when you walk in, man. Because when that place fills in and sound goes on, the lights go on, Piper's puts on some hella fucking shows.
So I don't get south very often, and I have not been to the new location. How is it compared to the old place?
Well, I guess I'll answer this one because I don't know if Dez saw the other one. But the old location was in Green Acres, Florida, and he had a kitchen in there that actually served some shockingly good food. He had a chef in there, and I remember they had some steak bites that would come out with like these little toasted bread pieces, and it was delicious. But overall, it's generally speaking about the same size, and I just think that this time he didn't do the kitchen, and he focused on just being a rock bar. And that place, they do a lot to have all types of different music in there. They once again, for being like a divey looking place, they really push the envelope of constantly having different types of rock in there. And I don't know, it's a good place. The community's lucky to have it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, the sound system there and just the stage itself and the way they have it set up, like you said, it's kind of like you walk in there and you wouldn't necessarily think it's going to sound as good as it really does, but it fucking does, man.
Yeah, and that's once again a tribute to their house guy Jeff. Is what an ear.
Yeah, and I mean the club itself invested a lot of money into their sound, I would imagine. Too,
Right. Yeah, the lights, the sound system.
Yep.
And there's a lot of touring bands that come through regional. You corrected me, I think, a couple weeks ago about a regional
Touring acts play there regularly.
But even I think Bullet Boys had played through there about sometime earlier this year, end of last year.
George Lynch was just in there recently.
That Joey Belladonna was in the band or something.
Yeah, speaking of Joey Belladonna, Joey's doing something with the guys in Made of Metal, and Joey's going to sing. Or I think there might. I can't. Don't.
I saw an
quote
ad
me on
for
the
that
lineup,
on Facebook.
But
yeah.
Jim's playing drums, and
a tribute of
Jim
some
McCourt
sort,
and
right?
Eldad Kira, I believe, is going to be on keys. And I think Mike Rivera is going to be on guitar. I don't know the whole lineup, but I do know it's going to be excellent when it happens. And I got to meet Joey, and that was cool.
Yeah.
Being Anthrax fans.
Yeah, for sure, man. He's a great guy.
Yeah, it was cool to meet him last year at Nico's thing.
Way cool. Way cool.
Yeah, so very cool. So yeah, so it's great. It's great, and I think it's I've been to the place when it was in Green Acres, and I've been to both the new locations in Pompano, and it's like you said, it's the right thing to see a venue, see music, and place there. It's not. There's no over fanciness. It's no
surprising, isn't it?
It's yeah.
It's very likely that when you go in there, you're going to see a good show.
Yeah. I've been down there a couple times. You know the guys from Angels of War.
Yeah.
Yep. So I've been in there a few times to see them, and a couple of their John Blank. There's somebody else, but yeah, it's a good venue. Yeah, it's a really good.
They played with you at Nico's.
Right.
Yeah, Angels of War is a great band.
Yeah.
Kevin, their singer.
Yep.
Good voice.
Yep.
I like you, Kevin, even if you don't like me.
Oh,
Just kidding, buddy. That was totally a joke. little singer banter back and forth.
Feuding, right?
No, there's no feud.
You weren't talking to this Kevin, right?
No, Kevin.
Yeah.
their
How many
singer.
Kevins do we know, right?
He's
he knows I don't like him.
good singer.
It's okay. No, just kidding.
For a while there, I didn't think you liked me either, bro. Just saying.
So
Well, we're so
He
tight,
doesn't
you know,
like
we,
you.
we,
You're here because of me, motherfucker.
Wise guy, huh?
is he saying that you're the plus one?
Yeah, essentially.
Well,
They were like, "Oh, your other
Studio,
guy."
he's my plus one, though.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, true. Hey, well, good luck auto tuning your voice.
We've done it already.
I know. I heard.
That's too fast. So there's those places there, and I know down in like Lake Worth, there's a couple other venues like Propaganda's, obviously set up to, more for a style. That's why I was asking last week there's a scene support that, the type of genre of the music style, right?
I mean,
It's hitting here and there, right?
right. In that aspect, I mean, like really, we're from the Treasure Coast area, so it's difficult up there. I mean, a lot of what I see personally is it seems to be more of a laid back type of community, maybe a little bit more of a retirement type of area, and that might have changed over the last year. I mean, you're from up there too originally, I believe, but and there's a lot more and more people now in the Port St. Lucie area, whatnot. But it's really tough to get up into some of those clubs until we start to develop some sort of a following and some sort of a name. But I mean, down south you got Propaganda, you got Pipers, Black Flamingo.
Is Churchill still open in Miami?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
We've been offered some Miami gigs, but logistically and money wise,
Yeah,
at this stage
right.
of the game, they just didn't make sense for us.
Right, that's fair.
Yeah, I would say the farther south you go in Florida, the more logistically difficult it is.
Bummer.
Yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Because like South Beach, we got offered. I mean, you're gonna spend more than you're gonna make at the gig on parking down there. You know what I'm saying? So it's just it doesn't make sense sometimes. But there are a lot of clubs that will feature some heavier stuff down there for sure.
Right, right. Yeah, I know it's always it seems like the I-4 is that line in the state where this type of music. Central Florida's got a great scene, and
Yeah,
Tampa's
Orlando's huge.
yeah.
Tampa's huge for it. We've played the Brass Mug over there. That was a nice venue as well. Kind of odd. You guys ever been there or no?
No, but I've heard of it. Yeah,
So like you've been there before?
Tampa?
Brass Mug.
I haven't been there, but I know about when you guys went there.
It's like weird, dude. Like, I mean, it's cool as shit, but like you walk in there, it's like this big open ballroom, really nice stage. It's one of the only places that I've seen that I've played at that has like a backstage area where you can actually come up the back of the stage, and that's where the act comes out. But you walk into like the bathroom, the urinals are like all these demonic looking fucking sculptures and shit. It's kind of crazy, dude.
Satan.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
I guess peeing into a demon's mouth is a little weird.
I mean, I guess that's what that's how they
there,
feel.
there are people
Whatever
that
floats
pay
your
extra for
boat.
that.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. See, exactly.
Exactly.
Always watching.
That's right. But because I grew up in the Daytona area, back in the early '90s. Once I moved from the Northeast, and just always had seen like that was a style. And again, that early '90s in Florida was a lot of the death metal bands had come out of Tampa, like Obituary and things like that, and so forth. But yeah, it's that's why I'm just curious again, because I think but something you guys had mentioned last week and talking about the band and the style of music and going by the AMOV versus a moment of violence, right, is a little bit how it's marketable or how it comes across. But as we all know, metal speaks the truth. Right.
Yes.
And it's always not always what people think the reason behind the song, the story, the name, etc.
Yeah, for sure.
You know
I
what I
mean,
mean?
if you think about it, right? So they say like you have 3 seconds of a song to catch somebody's attention. That's a tastemaker or something like that, right? Same concept applies there, right? So like, if you look at the name A Moment of Violence, you might be like, it's probably a death metal band or something like that, whatever. And no disrespect to death metal, I love it, personally. I actually listen to a lot heavier music than what I actually really write. But at the end of the day, marketing wise and having that mindset about is really like AMOV, just it's easier to say, it's easier to come off the tongue, and we just feel like people actually look at it and kind of investigate further before judging a book by its
Yeah, like we said last week, it's just to get past the preconceived notion. Give us judge us by our art and not by the name of the band.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think in the video in the song we reviewed, right? It's like talk about this, and you mentioned as was you do some writing and something in movie and so forth. You mentioned.
Yeah, I mean, previously I've written some stuff that I actually before I moved to Florida. I've been in Florida for about 7 years now. I'm originally from New York, Long Island, New York, and I had signed on with a publishing company at that time, to where I was actually writing a lot of metal stuff and things like that. That's really my true passion. That's where the passion is. But these guys are trying to ask you to venture out into other genres and stuff like that. So I started doing a lot of film score stuff, a lot of some EDM stuff and stuff like that. But the stuff that really kind of pulled through and kind of packed on was the film score stuff. So I've gotten stuff on Steve Wilkos. I've had a couple placements on Jerry Springer. some MTV shows like Catfish and stuff like that as well. And you still get the reruns, the royalties and stuff.
Yeah,
like
you
that
should
as
see
well.
those royalty checks.
Oh my.
They're not really that big.
But
just so
there's
you know.
sense in there.
But still, it's
Those
work
royalty checks make a lot
it's
of
work I
sense.
did a long time ago.
Yeah.
And I
Stole that from
I
me.
still do get paid from it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I hate to say it, and probably a very sore subject, and also I'll bring it up. But it's probably it's more than you make from. We've talked about this many times. Is from getting paid by Spotify and your royalties from music streaming.
well, that's just a known fact. I mean,
Yeah.
Spotify is
So
like
Dez, what a million streams is what?
like
Tell 'em.
$100.
3-4 grand.
yeah.
Oh, $3-4 grand.
A
Yeah, for
million, though.
You know what
Yeah,
I'm
a
saying?
point. Let's like 0.01 cents a
Right.
stream.
It's even less than that. I think it's like 0.0003 or some
Right.
shit like that.
Well,
whatever.
I believe I like looked at, and it goes. I think it's. Don't quote me on it because it could be wrong, fact checkers. But I do believe that it varies by like establishment of artists. That
That
makes
would
me
make
wish
sense
I
as
was
also location to where it's actually streamed. There's like tier 1, 2, 3, and 4 countries and stuff like that
Right.
as well too. So
like. Don't you wish we were Imagine Dragons with like 1.5 billion streams of one song?
that would be nice, bro. Yeah, it really would be. But
Yeah.
so it is what it is. That's just the industry and the way it is right now
Right.
as well. It goes along with what we spoke about last week too, with like the oversaturation of the market too as well. I know that Spotify did make some changes to where like you would need to generate, get your song over 1,000 streams and before you would start generating some money, and that would happen in the month that you broke 1,000 streams. You would actually start generating some money. So. I mean, it's little stuff like that kind of like maybe phases out some of the smaller artists and things like that. But yeah, licensing is big money. Sometimes it depends on what you get. But if you get like, for instance, if you get like a feature film, something that's like really big, those paydays could be quite large. You know what I'm saying? So in other words, if you don't go after those opportunities, you might not get them all the time, but when you do get one, it's a big payday for you.
Yeah, there was a band that was I had a guest on from the Drums and Rums show. The band's based out of Alabama. They have a female lead singer that's from Orlando. I went up and saw them Will's Pub a couple months ago, and they had somehow got connected. And I made sure I asked them more information about it. Was like getting the opportunity to say, how do I get my music into opportunities to sell it out through that kind of avenue? So I think it's a different way right now. We laugh now about all the '80s bands who were so totally rock and would never sell out, and now they're selling ads for Cadillacs and shit like that. And,
Yeah.
So some of that preconceived stuff say, hey, you still got to pay the bills, but there's new revenue streams and so forth. So
Yeah, I mean, if I had any advice for like somebody that's a songwriter and a producer and is capable of writing in many different genres and stuff like that, I would just say like find a publishing company that's legit, that you could look at their credentials and see that they've actually gotten a lot of placements and stuff like that. Sign on with them and write as many fucking songs as you can, because you never know which one's going to be picked up.
Right.
Because there's all different types of shows, there's all different types of whatever out there looking for shit like that. So if you're capable of doing it, you might as well make some money doing it. For
So
sure.
let's talk about the video that we reviewed there. So did you have a lot of influence on putting that together, or was that how'd that all come about, right?
Which video was it that you guys reviewed on the previous episode?
It's Bullet.
They did
The newest
Bullet?
one. I
The
believe it's
newest one, yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That one was. We had a previous video that was done through our record label. Through Pepper had a producer director come over from Hollywood named Dominic. He was awesome. Shout out to you, Dominic, since we like to give respect when we're on. But this last one was actually done by our bass player that's in the band now. We were lucky enough to pick up a very talented guy, and I'm sure Des can fill you a little more in on it.
Yeah, so Miggs, our bass player right now, shout out to Miggs. Super cool
No,
guy.
I apologize. No, let's before we get fact checked our asses off here. So and I just nodded. It says no. We reviewed was My Endless Nightmare.
Okay.
Oh, so that was Dominic,
yes,
but you can take that.
All right, so
I was trying to fact check myself before.
This
we went
is
further.
this is the guy who Pepper Gomez, our label rep from Wake Up Music Rocks. She had him come over, but
yeah, she recommended him to us. Like ultimately, so when we signed with Pepper and Wake Up Music, part of the contract is that she'll give us a video budget too as well, right? So with that said, we wanted to have the best of the best, but we necessarily didn't know anybody that was really like legit in our local area. So I asked her for a recommendation. She recommended Dominic Giorgiani. Really good guy. From like Russ said, he's from California, Hollywood area. Flew out here. He found SoFlo Studios down in Fort Lauderdale, I believe it was, right?
Was it that far south?
I think it was Fort Lauderdale, or somewhere over there in that area.
But whatever it was, that guy had an IV of Red Bull and coffee going into him because his energy was infectious and his
Absolutely.
attitude was amazing.
So I would imagine what he did is he scoured studios in South Florida that had the scenes or the sets for what his vision was on the video and everything like that. My Endless Nightmare is about like an addiction, an addictive personality, and something that you can't get away from. So essentially, it becomes My Endless Nightmare, right? So.
Any addiction, really.
Yeah, really any addiction, But with him, he was like, well, let's make killing the addiction, and then let's, since we have two vocalists, let's do
So cool.
like an alter ego type of Fight Club type of arrangement. So Russ was immediately on board with it. I loved it too as well. So he wrote the story, sent it to us for approval and everything like that, and then as soon as you got it, I mean, what were you thinking?
The minute I got that, because when you get a video like storyboard from a director, he lines it out, and immediately I'm like, holy shit, this is Fight Club. This is, I'm Ed Norton, and our other singers basically going to be, the other half from it, Tyler Durden, Brad Pitt's character. And I was like the normal half of the personality, if you guys remember the video.
Yeah.
And if you could see how he used the effects so cool to where we'd flash in and out of each other, and I'd turn it to that personality, which was Alex, our other singer. And Alex did such a phenomenal job in the video, with his character.
Quite frankly, Alex is a pretty fucking awesome actor.
Yes, he
he's
is.
very good at what he does.
Well, what else has he done? You can quickly mention that.
Well, I mean, yeah, Alex is a professional wrestler too, as well, previously. So, I mean,
CCW that toured throughout the Southeast.
Oh, okay.
And he does hardcore matches. He's the motherfucker getting thrown off the top of something and landing on real tacks and nails and shit, going through tables.
Wow.
Alex is I love that kid.
He's a savage, but anyway, so when he came out, I think that day ended up being like a 16-hour long day or something like that. But and the video's only 2 minutes 45 seconds or some shit like that. So, but it was super surreal. First of all, to have a guy come from California to pay attention to us, little no name AMOV from fucking Florida, right? So, but he came out, man, and like Russ said, he was fucking full of piss and vinegar, man, straight up, like super cool dude, but knew what he wanted to accomplish and put his mind to fucking work and did it. You know what I mean? And at the end of the day, I guess he wasn't really factoring in that we would be pretty solid at acting too, as well. You know what I mean? So we all fucking worked our asses off and put the time in. And Russ got like fucking slammed on a table 17,000 times. And,
Oh God, I was.
Yeah.
If you remember the interrogation room scenes,
Yeah.
you only see what you see in the video. When he had points to where I had to flip out and I'm going into the other part of the personality, they come around because he was playing a detective along with one of our other guitar player, Brent Richardson. Shout out to Brent. And
Heavy metal cowboy.
the heavy metal cowboy. But the first time they put me down on the table, all right, cut. That was good. And I'm like, throw me down like you fucking mean it. Sell it. And I knew it was gonna hurt, but I mean,
That's it, dude.
dude, I mean, we wanted to go in and do the best we could and give an honest, raw performance. And Dominic's feedback after really made us feel like it was all worth it because he was very complimentary.
Yeah, no, for sure. Like the first piece of advice he gave us is like, dude, on camera, over the top looks fucking normal. He's like, so make sure it's over the top, and it'll look fucking good. So we kind of took that literally and fucking just ran with it. So, but that you kind of get the vision of what he's going for when you're actually filming it. But then when the fucking first edit comes back and shit, then you're like, whoa, that's fucking cool, dude. You know what I'm saying?
That's a
So,
good video.
yeah.
Oh, by the way, what Dominic won something for that.
Yep. He actually won with the
Quickly.
Music Video Awards. He won Best Director. Probably
kidding.
3-4 weeks after it was released.
Yeah, it was rather quick, but I mean, it made us proud. I mean, it didn't have to be the best video, just being associated with the fact that such a really genuine. Because I think some people might get like preconceived notions of what somebody coming over from, California. Oh, here comes this hot shot. He's gonna be a hard ass. No, he made everybody feel comfortable. He was inspiring, and I think he brought out the best in us that day.
Yeah, and just his energy is like infectious. So his fucking energy, it goes off to everybody else, and it made it a hard working day, but a really cool fucking experience for sure. And that was like my personal first experience actually being in something like that. I don't know about you, but for me it was just like
That long, yes.
super surreal. You know what I'm saying? It was fucking awesome, man.
That's what
Really
she
cool
said.
Exactly.
Oh man,
Oh yeah.
I got so many stories now.
That's what she said.
Oh boy, hey
So
Kevin, I feel like this calls for a tradition break.
It does call for a tradition break.
Hey, everybody, raise them up towards the camera.
Let's go.
Thank you, fellas.
So I think we should explain the tradition.
yes,
I
please.
tell you what, you've been listening to me talk and him talk. Why don't you kind of preface it?
Well, I think I forgot how to talk. You guys have been talking for so long.
Yeah, well, I mean, you brought
guys
us
just
on
won't
here.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, when I met Russ, he was a bartender. And he was a bartender in the hottest live music club
No
in
kidding.
the 5-county area.
No shit, right?
And
Did he say I was hot or the club?
no, the club was
Yes,
hot.
he
You
said it.
leave little to be desired, as far as I'm concerned.
That's not what you told
Russ
me.
loves himself.
That is not what you told me before.
That's not what the ladies say, but that's what I say. Anyway, and Russ and I kind of had some camaraderie because not only did we work at the club, but we were also performers in the club and in different things. So we came up with a tradition between the two of us, and that is that we would have a shot of
Prior to a
whatever
performance.
prior to a performance, and we were pretty good about it for a little while.
No
Even
matter
though-
who was playing.
yeah, no matter who.
If
Now
it
he
was
does that
him-
with us.
If it was, yeah, I've actually. I'm glad you said that
He
because
branches out.
I've.
It's a tradition.
Well, no, I
Are you
just.
cheating on me with a tradition?
Yes. Well, you know.
Damn it!
Well, I mean, bald guitar players with
Those are your
with
thing.
shitty facial hair.
Apparently,
Looks like I have a type.
Wow.
he's got a type.
You're breaking my balls.
There you go.
Dude, you're supposed to be funny.
That makes sense because when he met me, I had a pretty good tan as well.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
He's a
You,
dark.
you almost look like a white guy.
Almost.
He's the darkest Irish guy you
I
see.
do when I have my pants on.
Why don't you guys trade pants right now?
It's not that kind of show, bro.
Well, I heard they traded shirts on an episode. I mean, there's no reason you and him can't trade.
Yeah, but the
pants.
guests traded shirts between each other. We don't do that here.
Well, you know, I don't think Dez will fit
right.
in his shirt.
Are you guys about ready to hawk to spit on that thing or what?
Oh, let's not go there.
that is a new trend, I guess.
Hawk to a
Why is that funny?
I don't know.
because most of the people looking at that, like that's their first exposure to that sort of thing.
Hey, what I see, she wasn't the hero we wanted, but she was the hero we needed. She united the country.
Oh, jeez.
Anyway, so the story, your tradition.
So that was
Yes.
that was a thing
Yes.
between Russ and I. We would have a drink together before one of us performed.
For some
or-
reason, it was usually a Jaeger bomb.
it was a Jaeger bomb.
And Drea, baby, off camera. I think that he's where this Jaeger bomb shit started from.
Yeah, because I remember specifically Russ saying to me, "I really don't like Jaeger bombs." I'm like, "I don't care. We're having a Jaeger bomb,"
And you know,
because I was really into him at the time.
do you see what you fucking started? But
No, because tell me about you. Are you? Do you have an addiction to Jaeger bombs?
no, but for some reason,
You having a
like
moment of Jaeger bomb?
how about a moment of silence?
AMO
JB.
Oh,
That's what he means when he says he's horny. He's talking about the Jägermeister.
Jaeger bombs. Jaeger bombs.
Jaeger bombs.
I don't know. Jaeger bombs.
This is my new fucking haircut.
Is like a epidemic in.
They are. Well, I've got a
No,
personal
because I've
history
I've
with
been
them.
part of some of that Jaeger bomb. I don't know if that was a kind of bled from y'all or whatever, but when I was playing back, back in
Yeah, I
this
bet
year.
you. Hey, so wait a minute.
yeah.
I'm cheating on you, motherfucker.
Aha.
So the story behind my relationship with Jägermeister is complex and painful.
Yeah, okay.
But when Jägermeister came out, I was working in restaurants, and I
You
was
were working in a factory in the 1940s, I heard.
Yep, and I was too young to drink.
Old motherfucker.
But because even though I was working in restaurants, so I was fairly popular with the servers. Thank you very much. And they would bring me to the bars, even though I was way too young to be in there. And they introduced me to Jägermeister. And that was, to this day, well, that's the second hangover I've ever had in my whole life.
Oh, so, but you were young, so this was like a hot for teacher moment.
Well, it might have been, but last thing I remember was drinking, and the next thing I remember
And getting
is
an A on the English exam.
trying to open my eyes and having having this loud scraping sound go on.
Scrape.
So so I swore off Jägermeister for a very long time until somebody introduced me to the Jaeger bomb, and I liked it so much it scared me. And ever since then, I've been drinking them a lot.
We've
Makes a lot
had
of sense.
we've had moments to where like one of us would have a show and the other has called the other, hey, I'm about to do a shot of Jaeger before I go on stage, tradition, or just a text. We've done that throughout the years.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure that this motherfucker did not like me when he met me, when he first was running sound for me. It's like, this son of a bitch eating the mic. Get some mic dynamics, you fucking kid.
No, I remember saying that specifically.
But you
I
know
didn't
what?
say you fucking kid, but I was
no.
pretty heated about the fact that he needed to improve his mic
No,
skills.
but I will give you credit that you running sound for me, in the times that you did, definitely like influenced me to get better at what I was doing and realize some of the mistakes that I was making. So I thank you for that.
You had a habit of sticking the mic in the monitor.
Oh, that has not gone away. If you-
really? Oh, gee.
Howie Hughes from Metaluscious, my bass player, he loves telling me I go like
Yeah.
it's on purpose. But now I got this thing that I do with other sound men to where we do
If
this.
you're a singer and your arm
is
is not bent, then you're messing it up.
well, some people are trying to put on a show and some people are boring.
Well,
Oh damn.
True story.
Please remember when there's a microphone in front of me, not
but-
everything I'm saying is meant to be taken seriously.
real performers can put on a show without making feedback.
Well, I'll just keep being fake. Ooh, Kevin, you hurt my heart, buddy.
Oh, you know I did it on purpose.
I know, buddy. I love it.
So we'll have to get some fact checkers to watch real time when this episode is aired, right? Like they do on the debate.
Oh yeah, there's no fact checking that.
There's no fact checking that I stick the mic inside of monitors. There's zero fact checking on that shit.
Yeah, you can't fact check that.
Oh God! Like I said, just
Certain
fact
things-
check. Howie Hughes, bass player extraordinaire from South Florida. He will tell you.
We've got a song here to review.
Oh, I suppose we should do.
Yeah, so we're kind of starting to run out of time here. So we've got a song. You guys listen in with us here to give us your thoughts on what makes the song the riff or the rhythm. So we're going to go ahead and pull this up here. And do you want to preface this?
So
while
yes, I do. This band is out of Lake City, Florida, and Paul and I became exposed to this band because they were official challengers in the International Blues Challenge and played on the same. Well, no, they played on a different stage. After we were done on our stage, we went over and saw them in Memphis, and they were really good, and we liked them.
Do we
So-
get to stand at the back of the venue with our arms folded, staring?
No, I was freaking dancing. These guys were
No,
good.
You know what I'm talking about, though.
Yeah, I do that, but I try to avoid it now. It's a little
Yeah.
too pretentious.
Yeah, that's very seen.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very
so-
seen.
So very yeah, it was a very cool event. They're seeing a lot of music, original music performance, and then finding out these guys are also from Florida. They compete in the Central Florida Blues Society, I think.
They were representing the Central Florida Blues Society.
Is
Yeah.
this
So-
them right here?
This is them right
Yeah,
there.
They
yeah.
already
So-
get 1 thumbs down for the Yankees hat.
What?
Right?
Fuck out of here. I love the Yankees.
Yeah, Yankees, Braves.
All right, so here it is. This is the Shaelyn Band, and again, I mean, so I think this video is not a full video. It's just a music video to the picture.
Ah, it's
But
too bad because they got a great stage show.
oh, they got a great their performance. The drummer. You're definitely feeling the blues when you see and hear that band. So
All right, let's check out
let's
Lauryn
go.
Hill's new band.
all right, here we go.
There you go.
Let me tell you about this young man. Decided to give blues a chance. He was coming from a church home, but them blues he just couldn't leave alone.
All right, so far I'm leaning towards the rhythm on this.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, rhythm and
Bass line.
Listen, bass line is amazing.
When that mic was in his hand. Oh Lord, it was another man.
So which one of them is the bass player?
You want to guess?
Yankees guy.
I was gonna say it ain't the white guy.
He's the guitar player. Surprise, surprise.
Yeah, well, I mean, just all jokes aside, man, I know some fantastic like drummers and bass players that are African American guys. So yeah, but I'm leaning with you, man. It's the rhythm on this one for me. What do you think, Des?
Absolutely, man. African American musicians have soul, brother. That's what you're hearing right there. Sure. 100%.
Well, that's why I'm good.
Nobody's leaving out the name. All I wanna do is move to the groove. Sit back, let's ride. I'm just
Great bass, just needs a new baseball team. Yeah.
I don't know, man. I think Rizzo might be out of a job. That drummer's good.
Yeah, he's great. And it stands up with, I thought it might have just been the show because they put on such a good show. But this music stands up even on a still picture. It's great.
Listen, anytime you see a band that's got a bass player that plays like that, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Good time.
Oh, there we go.
Good tone on the harp.
I didn't have the privilege of seeing this live, but sounds like it would have been a kick-ass show for sure.
Oh, I agree.
The energy was just amazing. Yeah.
Now they're well on the way, playing blues every day. New Orleans swinging Memphis soul, Chi-Town rhythm down
It's like a bass player who can play it like a lead guitar, bro. You know what I'm saying?
And we haven't really mentioned it yet, but her vocals are fantastic.
Yeah.
She's got the soul, like I said, bro.
And you can't force the blues. We've learned that.
Nice hook as well.
Harmony.
I mean, everybody's solid. They're all solid players for sure.
Yeah, the guitar player's doing a great job of staying out of the way of the rhythm section, doing all kind of cool shit on that side of it.
Spoken like a guitar player. No, but I hear what you're saying, buddy. All jokes aside. It's a good time for tradition.
We'll drink to this song.
Bring it up, bro. Nice note at the end there.
Okay, so
Yeah.
is there? There's not. It's not the riff or the rhythm. It's the freaking bass player.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
I think the
would
bass
classify that
player
as
wrote
rhythmic.
that song. You're a songwriter. Clearly, the bass player came in with that bass line and the rest of them showed up around it.
Because in that band, it seems like the bass player is the lead player. You know what I'm saying? So
But holy shit,
feel-
based off last week with the jokes we told. Bass player jokes.
yeah. I mean, but still,
Yeah, sometimes
he's
these guys-
actually the one that can feed his family.
Yeah, right. There you go. The Shaelyn Band bass player is
Yeah.
the only one on earth who could actually feed a family with his bass.
That's right.
So-
The rest of them need rich girlfriends.
So where'd you say that you saw they were playing recently?
They just played at Earl's. We saw their name on the marquee when were we up there? Like a couple weeks ago. They played at Earl's sometime at the end of June.
Very cool. So I don't think they've made it down this far yet, though. But
think Earl's is pretty
probably
south for them.
Yeah, for them. Yeah. So yeah, but it was just definitely an infectious just watching them the whole funk and style and the rhythm and that goes with it. So
Yeah, the Shaelyn Band.
Yep.
Totally.
Yeah.
I could definitely see. I could see you shaking your booty to it, babe.
She's like, mm-hmm.
were you pointing at Dez?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. Okay.
I would definitely shake my booty to you, then, bro.
I was pointing at Kevin's reflection. Something about when, he's inverted. I don't know what it is.
Jesus Christ. Where are we going with this?
Jesus Christ.
All right.
All right. So, you guys got an MVP this week? They want to give a shout out there, House of Wine, Beer and Spirits MVP of the week.
Yeah, I mean, Russ took it last week. I'll take it this week. I feel like for me, we're talking local MVP, correct?
Yeah.
I feel for me, I'm going to say Pepper Gomez, from Wake Up Music Rocks, Wake Up Music Group, our label rep. And
Awesome.
the reason I really say that is ultimately, I mean, I've been a musician for a very long time, and it's always been, it's the normal struggle that any musician goes through in order to be able to kind of get to where they want to be. She's the first real person that does what they say they're going to do. She really believes in what we can do as a band. She believes in me as a songwriter and a producer and everything like that. And there'll never be a negative word that comes out of her mouth, really. She seems just to be like this happy flower child type of person or something like that. But, at the end of the day, she really kind of just pushes you, but gently, pushes you to where you need to be. She's just got a serious, sick belief structure and knows good music and knows what the hell she's doing. And she's really taken a lot of bands and people like myself that are always striving to go to that level, and she's given them opportunity to do it. So I will say Pepper Gomez for sure, and she's just an excellent person, and she runs her business like a champ. And thanks for believing in me. So thank you, Pepper. Appreciate
Very
you.
cool.
OMG.
So yeah. Definitely.
I completely concur. Well said, man.
So it sounds like both in this episode here talking about Pepper and who was your director again?
Dominic Giorgiani. Yep.
Is that they both had that nurturing kind of to kind of get the most out of you, push you into your comfort zone to kind of give you everything that they know you've got in you, right? It
Yeah,
sounded
for
like,
sure.
yeah.
Both of them are capable of taking somebody who may be very raw in the business overall. Like for me, even though I'm not a rookie at playing the guitar, I've been playing for a very long time, and I got quite good at the instrument, and I've been writing music and recording music for a long time, but I was always felt like I was kind of in a jam, and maybe like in a hold up, like in a stop where I couldn't get to where I really wanted to go. They have the ability with their personalities to bring out the best in their people and really just push you and make you flourish and stuff like that. So I definitely had to take my hat off to that, because that's amazing, dude. To have somebody who really believes in you to push you out there and actually turn you into it, and you look back and go, holy shit, man, a year ago I was a nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's fucking cool.
Oh, and I want to support that because Pepper, he's got his hat so far off to you that he didn't even bring it.
Yeah, exactly.
And speaking on what Pepper's done for us, we haven't mentioned it since we've been on the episodes, but I mean, we've this latest single that we just released, Bullet, is our fourth, and we're gonna see where that one charts. But I mean, the first three singles that we released through Wake Up Music, through like her guidance and belief in us, have all led to all three of the first singles reaching top 20 on the DRT Global Rock Chart. And we even
That's a big deal.
Yeah,
it's a
really fucking big deal.
fucking huge deal. And
Never
not,
thought
been
I would
watching
make it
your
there,
social
dude.
media.
It's like, holy shit, man.
Yeah, that's
You know,
great.
He checks up on it, sends it to me. I'm like, holy fuck, dude.
but we also cracked there's other DRT tracks airplay globally and on terrestrial and digital radio formats. And we even broke the independent chart. And for the type of music we do, this is I'm pretty sure, I don't want to misquote you, Pepper, when you listen to this, but she said that it was very difficult for bands of our type and genre to crack the indie chart.
Wow.
And like when we see and so that's surreal. And even like some of the bands we see ourselves in on the rock chart.
Yeah, I mean, Green Day,
Linkin
Motionless
Park.
White, Linkin Park, you know, and we have had some ridicule, like, what is this chart from the fucking early 2000s? Yes, but they're all brand new songs. They're all fucking out there. They're all charting. So
Yeah, all these bands are still releasing music, and they are somehow, what was the term I said? We're standing on the shoulders of giants right now, and I don't know why we're there.
Well, I do. Let me say that I've heard the music. It belongs on the charts.
Well, we're humble
we appreciate that.
and grateful
Thank you.
to be there, and we don't know if we deserve it or anything, but we're gonna just keep writing things from the heart, and you know, whatever happens, if people keep listening to it, we're grateful.
You know, that kind of goes back to what we spoke about last week too, as far as like production value and stuff like that. Like, we get better on every song, and it's not necessarily just that the song's better overall, because I personally love all of our songs, you know what I mean? But it's just that the production quality gets better. You're never done learning something. You know that as a guitar player and you as a drummer.
Well, that
You know,
iceberg analogy.
you know, it just keeps going, keeps going. As long as you can outdo yourself each time, fuck, man. I mean, imagine where we're going to be in a fucking year from now. We're going to be looking at Bullet, which we happen to believe is like the best produced song that we've got and everything like that. We're going to be looking at Bullet and going, dude, I wish we fucking were that good fucking back then. You know what I'm saying?
Well, a lot of that's on you, man. You put a lot of time in, so
Yeah, for
kudos
sure.
to you, brother.
And it's my passion. Like, people say, man, you put a lot of work in there, dude. It's my passion. You can ask my wife Tina off camera here, but like, I live, breathe, sleep, fucking everything, fucking AMOV.
I can't believe you're still alive.
Yeah, that tired look on her face tells us you're right.
We should do a segment with.
She loves you, man. Clearly.
We should do a segment with the spouses here to get the real story.
No, we definitely do not want that.
Yeah, and you definitely have to have that support system in place, bro.
Yeah.
Because without that, you can't
yes,
do it.
and I can tell you, having never had it and recently having it, it is all the difference in the world.
It does make a difference.
Because most bands can actually make it. They just give up too fucking soon. And that's really
Yeah,
what,
typically most bands break up about 2 seconds before they dominate the world.
yeah, that's it.
See, there's one right now.
Yeah, that was a bass player
That was
storming out.
Yeah, that was a bass player pissed off.
He was tired.
As we're on like our fifth bass player.
Getting replaced.
Strike three.
You're out. That's the sound of a bass player being replaced.
Oh, the rhythm section. No.
When I joined the band, I think they have a 68-year-old bass player.
No, I don't
I'm
think
totally
he was that old,
kidding.
but
I'm totally
still.
kidding.
But still, he was up there. You know
Edit
what I
that
mean?
out.
You had Geezer was in the band?
He played like it anyway.
Yeah, I edit that out. I don't care. Leave it in.
Well, you guys did meet on a softball field and
No,
Home
I did
Depot.
not.
And,
Home Depot.
Home Depot.
Yeah, we met in the lumber section.
no, or maybe it was at the CVS waiting on your prescriptions. That's where you met.
No, I was over in the plumbing section. I had a full day of laying pipe.
Well done, well done. No doubt, pressure washing someone.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of dirt out there, a lot of griminess.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Well,
Russ
very
is known for spraying all day long.
Oh boy.
Dino is on fire with the sound effects tonight here. So. It's a big shout
I wish
out there.
my Mexican better half could have just heard that sound effect.
Oh, it was
Racism.
it was the was the Speedy Gonzalez.
Andale, andale, andale.
Yeah.
Oh, being thrown in there by the Cuban kid.
He did it on purpose.
Of course he did.
Our bass player is Cuban, by the way. I mean, is there a cricket sound effect?
Yeah, I mean, it's not even worth a cricket.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Ah.
I know we're going.
Our bass
yeah.
player is Cuban. That's a random
Yeah.
fact that nobody really responded to in any way.
Oh, yeah.
There you go.
You know, I
Actually,
figured,
finds that fucking hysterical, by the way.
you know, I figure, give him his due.
Yeah, well, one of the biggest rock bass players of all time is well, no, he's not Cuban, so it doesn't matter.
I was going to say.
I thought
I was
you
going
were
to say
going
Rudy
for that.
Sarzo, but I don't think he's Cuban.
You need to drink more, Kevin. Yeah.
Joe
That's what she
Satriani
said.
Yes.
is half Cuban.
need a
but
Marge
doesn't
for
play
that.
bass.
Yeah. So yeah, speaking of that, my ill attempt to give away tickets to a Sammy Hagar concert or ticket giveaway here. So speaking
Did
of,
you actually try to give away some of those tickets?
not yet. I will figure it out. We'll get it.
That's why it was an ill attempt.
It was
because you're
ill attempt.
supposed to
Well,
actually try.
Yes, I know. I tried. So yes.
Does anybody want any free Sammy Hagar tickets?
Yeah, we got.
He's got Sammy Hagar. He's got Jason Bonham, and he's got a keyboard player that
Nobody knows.
obviously
Doesn't remember.
plays keyboards.
So, is it Sammy's keyboard player? Is
I have no idea. He's
Okay.
got some awesome credentials,
Yeah,
but he's a
no.
keyboard player, so I don't know what they are.
Well,
Yeah,
but
so.
keyboard players are like rare and spare and very in demand, but no one knows who the fuck they are.
Well,
Yes.
keyboard players have come a long way because in the 80s and early 90s, if you were a keyboard player, you had to play behind the curtain, and now they get to put them. They put them on the front of the stage, so it's like it's progress.
On the front of the
It's like,
stage.
well, maybe I'll wait to the side,
In front of the curtain.
behind the side fills. They put them
And they don't.
in front of the curtain.
They get less. They get less respect than the drummer, I guess.
Yes, they do actually.
So again, a percussion instrument. Just
One of the
make note of it.
the second musician in the rock band to be replaced by AI was the keyboard player.
Backing track.
Listen, all joking aside, drummers probably have one of the hardest jobs in the fucking whole band, I feel. You got to be good.
Well, if you're in the center, fronting the band, and the drummer has to stand behind you, I would agree.
Sure.
I mean, he's got the best job. He gets to look at my ass the entire
Right?
night.
Yeah.
But it's all perspective.
Yeah. Perspective is the key
Yeah.
to what we're talking about at the moment.
Exactly. Depends on what view it is, right? No,
What do you think? Jim's been doing metal ushers for 16 years. for?
Well, that's why metal drummers have so many toms,
Your ass.
so they don't have to look at
if you
that
block the view.
saggy ass in spandex.
Oh boy,
Hey, it's amazing what Spanx can do, Kevin. Okay.
you got to buy the girl ones.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah. The bazillion.
Oh, is that why your ass looks so girly when you wear the spandex pants? Is
You're about to say great.
No, I wasn't.
Brazilian butt lift?
It looks girly
Oh,
because you're wearing you accidentally got the girl spandex, the girl Spanx.
Oh my God.
Well, you listen, man. That's something that needs to be discussed. That's a whole podcast.
I would
in
say
itself.
Russ Miller, sponsored by
No,
JLo
not my
brand Spanx.
Not my ass in spandex, but like the whole like. That's false advertising. That's a bunch of bullshit in spandex.
Didn't you ever see that movie?
Yes, but I've seen you make up for that with baseball equipment.
What a fox.
Oh, you are fantastic.
Oh boy.
That requires tradition.
It does. Well, I can't
we're all-
traditionalize.
yeah, we're all-
I need someone to marge me.
Well, see, we're over here taking sips and being responsible, and you guys are just.
I'm just drinking like
Slugging
an
away.
Irishman. What's my name again?
You're not Irish.
So all right. So before we finish,
kidding.
let's wrap up the show with a tradition. But let's go ahead and give our shameless plugs here to go ahead and start wrapping the show up.
Well, we
here.
have we have lots of things to be shamelessly plugging.
Go for it.
And so we want to shamelessly plug the next AMOV show,
All right.
Cool.
AMOV show, which is
Thank you.
July 19th at. Actually, I'm
No,
sorry.
that's the one we already played.
you guys have a show, right?
We do.
Okay.
It's going to be August 23rd at Winfields and Satellite Beach. We have an opportunity
Trapped.
to open up for Trap.
Rock on.
Sir. So let's see how that goes. I think it's going to be amazing.
Very cool.
Chris has promised to leave his politics at home.
Yeah. Okay. I'm sure that'll work.
Nah, I don't give a shit.
Rock on. And so now that do you guys have what else? You guys have a new thing coming out, a new song coming out.
No, we just released Bullet.
Okay, so Bullet is out and it's doing well. It's
Bullet's
the best
out doing
release so
well,
far.
and we're working on a couple of little things. You'll hear it soon, Kev. And we're also considering like doing our first cover. I know Pepper's not exactly excited about that. We love you, Pep, but we're gonna try to. We kind of want to put our spin on something. I don't know. Des and I have discussed it. It's hard.
It's we kind of want to put our own spin on
Hey,
something
guys,
that's relatively
is
current.
it that Boy George song you've been reluctant to admit to?
No, but
only
almost
if Russ
as funny.
wears his spandex while we're tracking it.
Yeah.
But
Do you really wanna hurt me?
Yes, the answer to
Yes.
that is yes.
Yes.
Exactly.
so yeah, we're trying to find something maybe a little bit more current that we want to put our own spin on and everything like that. So
Oh, so maybe the next, like a new Elton John song.
I mean, we'll leave that to your imagination at this point. But
Rock
But
on.
I think you might be genuinely surprised, and you might like the spin that we put on something.
No,
That's
a
coming
cover
soon.
that is reworked in a cool way is totally respectable.
Something
in my
that
book.
was very. We're looking at something really that we don't want to give it away, but something that was very huge worldwide from the pop genre. But we're gonna put our own AMOV twist on it.
You're
Holy
gonna put
shit!
the
We
new
are the
metalcore vibe on there.
We Are the World. You guys gonna cover
This is-
We Are the World?
This is
yeah, we're gonna invite like 17 singers in to make it happen too.
Well, yeah, we're gonna have some local celebrities come up. You guys are coming. You didn't know.
Oh.
You're doing
Ah,
the
well.
Michael Jackson part. Uh,
That's it. I didn't realize it was Smooth Criminal.
yeah, well, it's on. Well, that's already been done.
That's
Yeah,
right.
true.
That's right. They're coming. They're soon. Wasn't Alien Ant Farm playing in Jupiter coming up? There's something.
Their singer Drayden, I think, is an interesting character.
So tradition here.
So some tradition.
yes.
Here we go, guys.
All right. There's
Here's to AMOV.
Yep.
Sweet man. Thank
And
you. Guys.
here's to the Riffs and Rhythm podcast.
All right, so now that we've done the necessarily shameless plugging of our guests, with Who Deserves It, great band. If you have not checked out AMOV, then you're simply not cool. But we have the Riffs and Rhythms Fest. It's going to be called R&R Fest, and we are inviting the bands that we have featured on the show. Is this a show? It's a
Sure.
podcast.
It's a whatever we
some
call it.
sort of thing that we do. here.
Sometimes it's a shit show, but it's a show.
Yes, exactly. But so that is going to be on November 23rd, and it will be in Hobe Sound, Florida, and it will be an extravaganza of an amazing OMG. We're going to have the bands that are not already booked, that have been shown, that have been featured on the podcast, and hopefully AMOV will be able to participate.
AMOJB.
He said extravaganza, and the first thing I thought about is your keywords in songwriting.
Yeah.
Catastrophe.
It's a catastrophe of extravaganza.
Yeah. They're always fucking with me. So
A catastrophe.
It's funny that they fucking remember that from last week.
We got
I
a
just-
steel
yeah,
trap.
I got a
memory,
mind like
yeah.
a steel sieve.
amazing memory.
It comes and goes. It's the random shit.
So
that
we got
stays.
other stuff to plug. We've got the Day Out of Time Festival, which is happening any second now.
Yep. So that'll be coming up here this weekend. So if you still think it might be available here, if you're listening to this episode here,
If you're just now hearing about it now, first of all, get over the fact that you're not cool, and second of all, get on trying to find admission, because admission is very limited. And if you know someone, if you're in, and if you ask us, we'll let you in. It's going to be a great show. DayOutOfTimeFest.com. We'll give you all the details.
Yep.
What else we got going on? We've got the Herd Opera House series, Verizon Star series coming up in Arcadia, Florida. Going to be awesome. There's no way to look that up. You just got to check out the Herd Opera House in Arcadia to see what's going on.
Cool.
Yep. And
What else do we have? We're doing so much stuff. I don't even know what
I
we're
know
doing.
there's a lot. Obviously, you've got
You're
you know,
going to Key West Fest.
That's right. Key West Fest is coming up August 14th through the 18th there. So if you want to get tickets there for the tasting event, I've actually got a promo code. So just go to their website, Key West Fest.
And what are we tasting
West
when we
Rum-
go to Key West?
Rum
Please
Fest.
be specific.
No, juicy tits.
Yeah.
We're tasting juicy tits.
Well, I mean, it's
That's what she
Key
said.
West. I'm feeling like there's going to be a lot of boobs.
So,
There should be. If there isn't,
we're
Go home.
so that'll be National Rum Day is August 16th. So that'll be that falls in that whole scheme of that week there.
yes. And Florida is as close to the Caribbean as you can get if you don't
Yeah.
have a passport. So you need to be here.
God, it takes forever to get down there.
Well, how long? How good can you?
That's
swim?
what she said.
Oh,
That's what she said.
Is that part? Is that one of the jokes of this?
It takes forever to get down there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that Pam Anderson?
Somehow that is suggestive to me. I'm not sure why.
Oh boy.
I just set him up and he hits them, right? That's all. That's my job.
This is the exact
supports.
reason why I don't
And-
do
and-
podcasts with white people.
He was.
True.
So tell us about the black podcasts you're involved in, Russ.
Well, you know, I
It's
did
called-
one
it's
last
called-
week called Nacho Mama.
Black T-shirt.
Was that
Well,
Mexican?
it was a
That's
Mexican.
Mexican, yeah.
It was a Mexican and an African American host. And,
Ah,
it
okay,
was
there you
called Nacho Mama,
Yeah.
and it'll be coming out in 2027.
Way to go. And
Well, it's on Latin and African American time, so it's going to take a little while.
it'll take a little while.
Is it on La Spotify?
And clearly you're wearing an Atlanta hat. You got some Atlanta ties there. With
Oh
your,
yeah, 28-3. Give it to me, if you know what that means.
Oh, you're a big.
The blown Super Bowl lead. Yeah. The Cuban guy gets it. Yeah, you know.
Dino.
that is all right. So let's give a shout out to Dino.
That's right.
Dino, it gives the he usually totally muffs the sound effects, but that was the best ever.
This week he is on point.
On point.
Yes. It's like he's hiding behind all the equipment over there. So, but yeah.
And by the way, speaking of
Yes,
shameless plugs,
yes.
if you want someone who is a videographer who's on point and will come and video your event and turn it into something that's way better than what actually looked like in real life, then
Like this?
Dino is your guy. He's working with us so that we can promote him, and it's called.
Get his
Is that really
readers.
the name of your company? Chrysora Productions.
How do you not know this?
Well, this is the first time I've seen. When did you get these cards made? Like yesterday? A few weeks ago. Thank you very much. But look at it. It's a well designed card. And you can't be cool unless you know about it. Clearly, that's why I don't know about it.
Well, it's because you didn't pay it attention because he's an affirmative action hire.
Wow.
Oh, God.
There you go.
No.
I could do this all
This
day.
is this Cuban part of affirmative action.
It absolutely is.
I didn't realize it was
Russ,
that wide ranging.
He's not paid, so he's not actually hired. So you can't.
Oh, so we're here. We're not only are we.
Why did you
breaking
let
it-
him know he's not being
He
paid?
didn't know.
No,
that.
he already knows. Yeah.
So now we're breaking child labor laws at the
Yes.
same time as ruining
That's
everybody's.
right. Young Cuban kids.
No,
that
there's
are-
no way that unless he gave you like a Dominican like birth certificate to play baseball. You lose. what was that?
Baseball has not been very, very good to him. Just so you know.
All right, so we definitely could keep going here. You know that. So maybe we just let the camera roll and have save some of this for Patreon stuff we put out there.
I think this whole episode is a Patreon.
It could be. It very much could be. So we are running way over now.
I
So
believe that everything that we've said should not be said.
Who gives a fuck?
Precisely.
Take it all very seriously.
Yeah, everything we say in this mic, what does?
Should be taken absolutely 100% seriously.
No way.
Who the fuck was that?
That was our sound guy.
Oh, he has a very feminine voice. Did he just grab his penis? What was that?
oh boy,
Oh
wow.
my! All right, so we've got a couple of things that we need to. We've got a list. We need to stay on target.
We got to land this ship.
Stay on target, and make sure we remind our followers to go ahead and click the bell to subscribe here. Because believe it or not, 47% of the people who watch the show are not actually subscribed to the channel. And so what you can do is actually go ahead and subscribe, and that'll make our mothers feel like we're okay.
We're doing something.
We are very sorry for the least watched episode in the history of your podcast.
Yeah.
Well,
about
that
that,
is
guys.
yet to be determined because nobody's seen it yet.
If you keep your expectations low, then
Yeah.
You'll never be disappointed. And you're probably a bass player if you do that, so stop.
Well, yeah. There's that. There's no such thing as lead bass or lead drums,
Well, unless you're in
Sorry.
Spinal Tap, because they have lead bass, rhythm bass, and bass bass.
but their amps go to
11. Well, believe it or not, they're in production for a new movie.
I just hit a nice hot spot for him.
Did you hear? Have you seen?
You got another hour?
when did he become so fucking chatty? Holy
If you
cow.
haven't seen, they just did a commentary on jazz. Have you seen Spinal Tap's commentary on jazz music that just came out on social media?
No.
It is genius and hilarious.
Well, that's what jazz drummers think they are. Genius.
And if you probably never watch it, so I'll go ahead and spill the beans. They're sitting there with their pretentious English accents talking about how jazz musicians just play it wrong.
All right, listen, back to the juicy tits. Let's go.
Oh, there you go. That's way better.
Thank God for Dez with some focus in this building.
So we got the juicy tits that you forgot to bring. Is that what
Yeah,
happened?
maybe next time.
I'm going to wear this vodka brand and wear it in front of you, and I'm not going to give you any.
That's what she said.
All right, Paul, take over.
All right, so let's go wrap this up here. So check out us on YouTube, as we already said here. Listen to us on Apple, Spotify, and Pandora there. Give us a review on Apple, 5-star review, etc. On the Drums and Rums audio podcast there. So also the YouTube channel, social medias, and everywhere else. So and then check out Kevin McLaughlin Band. Check out the his CD and his release there.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow these guys here, AMOV. So this is really cool. It's, as you guys mentioned, you know, I know for sure you wouldn't come back, and as you mentioned, you know, the new song, you Bullet, right? You know, look back, you know, a couple of years and say, you know, this is what you've done, or you know, you've gotten further. You know, I'm really expecting to see you guys. It sounds like you guys are like, it's to the moon, right?
Well, let
You
me
know?
ask you a question. If you've never seen AMOV, bro, come out and check it out, dude. I think you
All right,
fucking love
all right.
it, bro.
So I've got
He
the
said to
dates.
the
I've got
moon.
to the moon, and not
Oh,
Uranus.
yeah, to the moon, baby.
Not Uranus. That's a whole nother story.
No, that is Dez's thing. We're going to the moon.
Okay,
Fuck yeah, baby.
that's right, man. To the
Always.
moon. That's right.
You're too shy to go all the way to Uranus?
I mean,
Well, it depends. I
the
mean,
moon just sounds better, bro.
I mean, is there a ring around Uranus?
Well, if it's been a few days between showers, usually, yes.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
that
Let's
little from
yeah,
under
let's end
cheese
on
ring.
let's end on that topic there. So that will be the show topic there. All right, so Mr. McLaughlin,
Well, thank you for letting me go ahead and end it. Ladies and gentlemen, I am honored to be a part of the Riffs and Rhythms podcast. My name is Kevin McLaughlin.
and I'm Paul Robertson, and you are the
I'm the Riffs.
and I am the rhythms there. So cheers. Now y'all. Great night, y'all.
Salute, guys.